Welcome to Who Asked Andrew James Leatham.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Oh, it's a pleasure to have you here. And look at us all in our football jerseys because football starts, well, it actually just started.
That's true. And by now, the
Eagles
have spanked the Packers into oblivion in Brazil. So
You said it. You fucked them.
Yeah.
We'll
I
see.
wasn't going to do it.
Papi
Somebody
Chulo, Jordan Love. He's going to be making love in a Brazilian hostel when the Eagles are said and done with him. Let's get this show on the road. Welcome to Who Asked. This is a comedy podcast, and today, if you haven't noticed, we have a guest. Our very best friend, Andrew, is joining us. Andrew, why don't you give a short little intro about
Hello.
you, if you want?
Hi. Well, I'm honored to be here. Since I am your inaugural guest, I think that means I am the best person you guys know. So I'll take that to the bank. I've been friends with these two boys for what feels like 36 years. It's probably closer to...
It's in dog years, I think.
Yeah, probably closer to 11 or 12 at this point.
Yeah,
but it should be a lot of fun. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. They've been nice enough to tailor today's episode to a lot of my interests. So
I'm very excited. Things will be pretty normal today. We'll do Newsreel, Trivia Tuesday, You Asked, and as always, I'm Aiden. That is...
Randall Brown.
Andrew's going to talk to us about a lot of the things he loves. But first, something that we all love, Costco.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's taking his shirt off. Oh, jeez.
Let's go.
Man, that was so... I don't know why I didn't expect it. You told me verbatim, I'm going to wear the Costco shirt.
I did.
I wasn't expecting the dramatic reveal, though, the striptease.
So this past weekend, I went to a good buddy of mine's 30th birthday party. He and his wife Elise set it up, and it was Costco themed, as he's now entering his Costco era. There were games and all sorts of things, including Costco trivia. I got third place, actually, and got a Costco gift card for $25.
What does Costco era mean? Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Has Costco been around for 30 years?
No, I think it's just like once you hit 30, you know, you're like, I like Costco now. That's a personality
okay.
trait.
It's not like the Jordan year when you turn 23.
No. So
Okay.
There were 20 trivia questions. I figured I'd pick out a couple of them and just see how you guys do with these because they're nonsense questions. But
I thought trivia was later.
We got a lot of trivia
no points.
today.
Look, if there's anything you know, we love trivia on the show for some reason. So these are, some nonsense questions.
I'm beginning to hate it, actually.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse, especially for the Star Wars questions. But for number one, how much is the Costco hot dog at the food court? A, $1.49, B, $1.50, C, $2.50, or D, $2.99.
B.
I agree with Aiden. I think it's B.
You are both correct. It is $1.50. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty easy. Go ahead.
Please.
It's never going to change because the, I believe, founder of Costco came out and said that if you ever change the price, I will fucking kill you.
Yeah, that's
that is
exactly what I was just about to say. Yeah.
Well, I guess I could throw that trivia question out. Moving on to another one. The price of the hot dog.
Was that one of them?
Yes, it was a two-parter. We might still do it. The price of the hot dog has not changed since A, the opening in 1983, B, 1985, C, 1995, or D, 2000. And
It's got to be the opening.
You were right about. I don't think I said that. You were right on the first one. It is $1.50 for the hot dog.
We know.
Okay.
Never a doubt. So are you asking what year Costco opened, or you're saying that the first year you said?
The price of the hot dog has not changed since any of those years. It opened in 83. So was it in 83, 85, 95, or 2000?
83.
Let's say 83. Clean 83.
It is actually 1985, so they changed it then. And after that brings in the quote for the next question of who said if you raise the price of the
we got it.
So someone raised it along the way then.
Yes, and the answer for that is James Senegal, because I don't think you guys were going to get that one. So
the question was who did raise it first?
Yeah, let's see.
Who said it? I understand.
Okay, true or false? Costco's rotisserie chicken is time-stamped and sold for only 2 hours after it comes out of the oven.
Whoa. That would be pretty fucking sick. The Costco rotisserie chicken gets love.
I'm gonna say false.
I was gonna say false too.
Don't change your answer.
All right, I'll say false.
All right, it's true. You're both wrong. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Some nice rotisserie
2 hours.
chicken quality.
That ensures crispy skin inside of a moist environment, and that creates a tender breast and thigh.
Correct.
That's
something we
pretty
can
good.
all appreciate. But I feel like the chickens probably don't even last much longer than 2 hours on the shelves. I mean, people line up for that chicken.
True. I wonder what they do with the extras, though, for those that do get left.
Should we look up if they're like good people and give it to
the homeless?
shelters or something? It's like, no, we throw it out in the back and the crows eat it.
I think it's better if we just assume that they do and not look it up, so we can feel better.
I'm looking it up.
Okay.
You can fill the airspace.
No, I'm going to let you read it out loud what you find.
In fact, Costco explains that all of the meat from leftover rotisserie chickens is used to make an assortment of chicken-based goodies found at their deli counter.
Wow,
Okay.
look at that.
Okay.
Interesting.
Cool. Good for Costco.
All right. The last question I have from this trivia here is, if a slice of cheese pizza is 710 calories, how many calories is a slice of pepperoni pizza?
I know this one.
A, 650 calories. B, 710 calories. C,
650.
790
I don't need
calories.
this.
Or D, 870
You're
calories.
saying the
650.
pepperoni's less calories?
That's correct. Yes, it is.
Well, I
That
don't
is
feel
what
like
Aiden is saying.
I'm qualified to answer now. He seems so confident.
confident
Okay,
about
just
you.
for
Fuck with
just
me.
for variety, what was the highest amount?
The highest was 870 calories, which is D.
I should never be confident about anything.
That is a lot.
Also,
But I will say 870 calories. That's a greasy piece of pizza.
So Aiden is correct. It is 650 calories. And you
So
see, the cheese pizza has more cheese than the pepperoni pizza, so that's why
Correct.
it's more than that. So that has been
I think
Costco
we should
trivia.
make Trivia Tuesday about Costco's
I do
anything
not.
but Star Wars.
There's a reason why I wanted to ask those questions because I was not going to get one. I don't even have a membership, so I got to figure out how to use this card. But
Is the
Oh, yeah.
membership free?
no,
No.
that was one of the questions that I skipped. How much do you think it is? Just on a guess.
The base membership's $60. And there's like a deluxe premium. We wank you off when you come in the store membership.
Yeah, that's the
That is
executive
my-
membership. How much do you think the
executive-
Executive membership. The hand job in the back toilet.
Right. From Mr. Costco.
From Mr. James Suligran or whatever his name was.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it. It is $120 for the executive.
So double. Okay.
There's an initiation fee.
Yeah.
I bet there is. Yeah.
You have to. That's the pledging.
It involves one of the rotisserie chickens. It's no good.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Do you guys know about the Costco guys?
Yes, I have seen that.
Yes. God damn it.
At
one
Big B
second.
the Corgi on Instagram, by the way. We currently only have 3 more followers than him. It's neck and neck, so we've really we gotta step it up. we can
That's
do
on
it,
me.
though.
That's on me. I'm not
We'll
posting enough
get
content.
there. Uh-huh.
Yes. So the Costco. What is it? Costco guys.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it
like the
AJ
kid.
and
Yes,
AJ
yes.
and Young Justice or something?
Big Justice.
Big
Big Justice. Young
Big
Justice.
Justice. And
Young
the
Justice.
Rizzler.
The Rizzler, like the round kid.
Rizzlers.
The Rizzler who is the GOAT, who's the only one that deserves any fame.
So what if you can educate me? They got very popular with the we're Costco guys.
We're
You know, of
Costco
course
guys. Of course we
so
get the
it's-
chicken bake.
So that spawned all of the other we're blank guys.
It started
Oh, did they?
the
I didn't know
Costco
that.
universe.
Well, I did
Okay.
the Costco cinematic universe has many spin-offs at this point. Like there's Jersey Joe or something like that. He's pretty good too.
There is so many, and speaking of Italians, we've talked long about our lineage of Italianism.
I'm involved in that.
Yes,
half by half.
a little, yeah.
true.
And
Book it.
so they've had some really cringe Italian videos like, "Oh, where's the mozzarella?" But I think what's important, their thing is, boom, and of course, like we're Costco guys, of course we get the pizza, and I'm giving that 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, booms. In reality, I think Big Justice should be put in like a penitentiary.
Yeah, I thought Big Justice was the kid.
No, he's the dad.
Oh, that's fair.
And then Little Justice is the other. And if you have thoughts on that, otherwise I have a couple things that I would like you guys to boom for me.
I just
That's
don't
fair.
want to. I don't want to imply that the kid should also not be in jail. That's all. I just wanted to.
That's
I agree.
guilty
go
by
ahead.
association.
Go ahead.
Before we move on from the Costco cinematic universe, I would be remiss not to bring up the old Jewish man. Are you guys familiar with this lovely old Jewish man who doesn't want the LEDs of the price scanners to be touching his rotisserie chicken?
Yes.
So he put it on his shirt. He put it on his shirt. Like the barcode for the chicken, and he said, "Scan me. I have 5 rotisserie chickens. I need you to scan me instead."
5 times. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I think Costco now officially sells
The shirt?
the rotisserie chicken
That's
tag.
hilarious.
That's amazing.
But that man has gone on to become very popular.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. Uh-huh.
If you see his face, I think you'd recognize him from being around since. But he is a mainstay of the CCU, if you will.
CCU. The CCU goes deeper than. Oh, I'm looking at him right now. I don't want any trouble. Okay, that's awesome. All right. So I have a few things that if you guys could boom them for me.
Okay.
Give me the booms. First, the Costco chicken bake. How many booms?
How many? What's max? What's max boomage?
I think 5 is
Technically
max.
five,
I think it's 1 to
but
5 booms.
you Randall can do whatever you want.
Oh, right, because I'm part of the universe. No,
Right.
I have never had it, so I boom.
Booms.
Okay.
I've had
I'm
the
more
other stuff, but I
confident.
haven't had that one. So yeah.
I'm more confidently gonna give the Costco chicken bake 1 boom.
Oh,
Boom.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
that was good.
It's
All
not
right.
that good. I think it's like chicken in like Alfredo sauce in like an overly bready hot pocket. I
We have
can't
some
recommend
friends that are gonna really rip you for that one. I think.
I am
unfortunately.
aware, and I will stand firm on my stance, and they can come visit me in person and talk to me about it then.
Very nice.
I would also like to say something because I was incorrect. Big Justice is the little kid and
I
AJ
knew
is the
it!
dad.
Justice
you were
for
right.
Big Justice.
Yes,
I knew
that's,
it.
that's
Not
on me.
enough
I
justice.
just. Yeah, I'm gonna get roasted when people don't get to this part. But what's new? So
Yeah, they're gonna
second
comment
thing-
before this. So
yeah, the double chocolate chunk cookie.
I give it 2 booms. Boom. Boom.
I feel
How's
like
that?
you're vastly overestimating my familiarity with the Costco food court.
I will
Just
say
going
the only
off of
time. Yeah. Go ahead.
AJ and that man's pectoral muscles, I gotta give it at least 4 booms.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
Boom.
Damn.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And last but not least, the Costco ookie cookie.
You're not, I thought you were gonna say hot dog.
I don't know if I'm familiar with that one at the food court.
Yeah. I was gonna make an insensitive joke.
You already did though, so you kind of got to follow through at this point. The only thing I've ever had was actually I think when I was with Andrew. I think I got a hot dog, so I'm gonna go hot dog and pretend you didn't just say ookie cookie. How about that? And I'm gonna give that one 5 booms. I don't know if I have it in me to give it 5 booms, but I'm gonna.
You don't
try.
even do the boom right. So.
I'm not in the universe, man. Not yet. So, boom.
I would give
boom, boom, boom.
Nice. I like how he gets really close to the. Is that your like microphone there?
Yes, right here. Usually you can see it.
I would give the Costco Ookie Cookie 3 booms for the only 3 people I would play Ookie Cookie with in this podcast right
That's
now.
right, yeah.
That's a boom, boom, and boom.
That's
amazing.
right. Wow. Electric. I'm sweating. What's new? But what's next? I think it's newsreel.
Yes, special
a very
edition newsreel.
Special edition newsreel. Randall, why don't you tee this one up?
Sure. So this week, Aiden and I did not come with stories. In fact, Andrew has come with a couple different stories for newsreel that have to do with this very interesting and sometimes shocking job. So, Andrew, if you want to take it even further, what will you be doing for us here?
So, as opposed to the usual newsreel where the boys try and guess if a certain news story is real or fake, today I've brought along 3, we call them vignettes in the biz, 3 snapshots of 3 individuals who I have worked with in the past. Two of these are very real people and very real stories, and one of them I have fabricated myself. In an effort to keep my job, I will keep things more generic than usual. I've obviously changed the names and a few details, but for anybody listening, I work in a correctional facility on the mental health team. And that, usually has me run into some very peculiar characters and hearing the very interesting experiences they have had. So you two...
Also in Washington, D.C., big city, not like...
Yes,
there's
not
many a people.
Not in
Again, I can remove that if you'd like anonymity. But...
I think it's fine. Listen, if I lose my job, this podcast will blow up so much you guys can pay, you can recoup any lost salary, right?
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
At least I'll be able to take care of my family. All right, so let's jump into it. I have 3 here.
Okay.
You guys want me to just read through all 3? Do we want to react to each one?
Each one?
Yeah, why don't you read through them and we'll give some sparse comments in between.
All right. So here's our first one. I promise you, I swear to you, on every god that I believe in, that...
How many's that?
Less than 1. That 2 of these are real. Emily is a 26-year-old bipolar woman who has been receiving mental health services through the county for a few years. She claims that she frequently speaks with her dead sister, Caroline, who passed away when they were little. At Caroline's insistence, Emily begins stealing items from convenience stores and shopping malls. Emily takes all of the stolen items home, where she assembles them into a shrine to her deceased sister. The scope and ambition of Emily's larcenies continue to increase until she is eventually caught by police breaking and entering into an elderly couple's home. Upon her arrest, Emily claimed she was innocent, as she was possessed by the ghost of her sister and was not in control of her own actions. While incarcerated, Emily would frequently use toothpaste and bodily fluids to draw strange symbols on the walls of her cell, and would frequently request to make phone calls to her dead sister. She maintains her innocence and collects food wrappers and sanitary products to build her shrines to Caroline in her cell.
I give Emily 2 booms. Boom! Boom!
I don't know. Should we wait until they're all done, Aiden, and then give a...
Yeah, of course, absolutely. I definitely am not. But good for Emily. I don't know. Seems pretty benign. I've stolen stuff from convenience stores.
Yeah, but it's the shrine, I think. I think that's the big thing.
I also have a shrine.
All right, next. What do we got?
Mo is a department store employee originally from a third world country. He moved to America 3 years ago and has been working as a shelf stalker at said department store. Mo also believes that a group of robotic overlords beam instructions into his mind. The robot voices in Mo's head begin to tell him that a member of the overnight cleaning crew is stealing Mo's food from the staff refrigerator, and everybody knows about it. Mo attempts to go to his supervisor, but nothing comes of it. One day, after Mo's energy drink goes missing from the staff refrigerator, he decides to take matters into his own hands. Before leaving work that night, Mo uses his employee discount at the store to purchase a hammer and a kitchen knife. Late that evening, when the overnight cleaning crew is scheduled to arrive, Mo hides in the shadows of the parking garage. He ambushes the worker that the robots identified as stealing his food. After paralyzing the man with a hammer blow to the head, Mo stabs him 27 times with the kitchen knife.
27.
After disposing of the tools and his blood-stained clothes in a nearby trash can, Mo turns himself in at a nearby grocery store.
27 stab wounds.
This is like we're just turning into one of those murder podcasts, right?
Nice. Yeah.
I hear those are very popular.
Yeah, they're the most popular thing.
Mm-hmm.
Put a few hashtags in here, and you guys blow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Forget about it. I will say nothing yet about that one.
Okay. And then finally, we will bring it home with Charlie. Charlie is a middle-aged man with PTSD from his time serving in the military. He lives with his elderly, ailing grandmother and takes care of her many needs. Charlie, partly due to his severe mental health issues, does not have his own job and lives off of his grandmother's Social Security income until her health takes a turn for the worse and she passes away. Charlie, distraught at the loss of his grandmother and uncertain what to do, buries her body in the backyard and does not notify the authorities or any other family members of what has occurred.
Yeah, been there.
Charlie continues to receive his grandmother's social security checks and periodically posts statuses on her Facebook page to keep up the illusion that she lives. Authorities eventually catch on to the situation and arrive at Charlie's grandmother's home, where he attempts to speak to police through the door in a shrill approximation of an elderly woman's voice. When the police eventually force entry into the home, they find not only Charlie in a blonde wig wearing his grandmother's clothes, but also countless pieces of covering the walls and floors of the home.
Whoa. All right, I know what I need to bleep out now.
What do we got? Emily, Mo, and Charlie?
You have Emily with the dead sister. You have Mo with the robot overlords, and you have
with the
Charlie
dead coworker
and his grandmother.
Charlie with the dead grandmother.
So 2 of those are true. 2 of those are real people I have worked with, and one of them is fake.
Randall, well, I won't give you a clue as to what I'm thinking because we're enemies.
That is true. Adversaries at best.
So why don't we go 3, 2, 1 and just say our answer? We'll say the name of the protagonist of the story.
Okay, so we'll start with Emily, and then real or not real, we'll say after 3, 2, 1.
Oh, sure. I was just going to say a name of who the fake one was.
Oh. Now I like my way better.
Okay.
Andrew can count us down, and then we'll just say it. Give us a 3, 2, 1
so you're starting
for
with
each
the first
person.
one, Emily?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Not real.
Okay.
Already different.
Okay. Already different. We'd love to see that. We'll move on to Mo.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess at this point, should we just ask Randall which one he thinks is the fake one then?
Yeah, we already got there, right?
Sure, yeah. I think that the last one is the fake one with the grandmother.
Charlie and the grandmother is fake. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I know for a fact that Mo is real.
Okay. We'll get to that in a second. Aiden is the winner of today's newsreel. Damn. Emily was the fake story. Charlie
dumb bitch, Randall.
does exist.
Wow.
Charlie does exist. And a fun fact about Charlie, after he was released, because yes, he was released. After I was driving him around the area where I work, he just knew by heart and could point out to me where every single school was. What kind of school it was?
A young one.
Probably not many high schools, if I had to guess. Yikes.
Definitely not a college.
All right, well,
Definitely not a college.
take your newsreel point there, Roos Caboose.
Yeah.
Well done.
You stink, Randall.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember Mo. Mo was like early on in your career, and I remember when it happened.
Yes.
And
Mo was my first internship.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you were like,
yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah. Yes, that is correct. And I knew that one's too good not to include. I thought you might remember that one.
That is a good one.
My job is a lot of fun. It is a lot emotionally because it is very fun to talk about it in this light. But those are really real people at the end of the day. They are sick people, but they make for some very fascinating stories. So
Well, damn.
Yeah, I work in marketing. Also, some sick people there. We're definitely similar. We work in similar fields.
And lawyers,
That's
sick
right.
people. I
And
guess
lawyers,
there's just
yeah.
a lot of sick people
Yeah, I
everywhere
guess-
these days.
Yeah. No, you are a hero for what you do for those people.
Absolutely.
But it was fun hearing those stories. So now back to we've been in our regularly scheduled program, but it's time for our mystery segment. And I'm excited about this one because this is another thing that we all love. And again, it might be hard to believe, but we play Dungeons and Dragons.
Speaking of psycho
yeah.
people.
Yes.
Yes.
Some real sickos out there. And we decided that we would find some Dungeons and Dragons or other role-playing game horror stories that people have written on Reddit and other places and kind of just talk about them because, boy, again, are those people weird. And Andrew has lots of good experience with this, so we thought it would lend really well to his skills.
So yes, we do play Dungeons and Dragons together, and apart, some of us. I have been fortunate enough to be the dungeon master for these two gentlemen and a good group of our friends for going on 3 years now. We've had a lot of fun with that, and thankfully we have a very normal table. We're friends who have been friends for quite a long time. We know each other's beats. We know how to play off of one another, and I think that makes for a very fun game. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know how to not only play Dungeons and Dragons, but just socially interact with other human beings. And yes, while this hobby that we all love, it does attract some very unfortunate personalities. So I'm very, very excited to jump into this one. Why don't one of you guys start us off? I have a few smaller ones.
Yeah, I'll start. I've got a good one here. This comes from someone. It wasn't on Reddit. I took it from something else, but I'm curious your guys' thoughts. I DM'd, Dungeon Mastered for those unfamiliar, a one-shot campaign, which is short for friends who have played once before, with a bunch of friends who have played before and one friend who's new. The new friend is named Trent. Wanting to make it fun, I made it a super simple story, hack and slash through the forest, defeat an evil necromancer. However, when the big bad evil guy revealed he was the one who was hired to enter the forest because he needed their divine nature magic to perfect their formula, Trent said, "Your plan sounds cool. I'm joining the bad guy now." I had the bad guy say, I don't need more henchmen. I'm good, yada, 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 trying to change Trent's mind. I even went so far as to say, "I need to kill you so I can use your arm for something." Immediately, Trent described to us in gruesome detail how he cuts his arm off his own arm while everyone watches. I said, "Are you sure you want to do that? Because you'll die." And he said yes as he bled out on the ground. And then he freaked out when we moved on with the fight and was confused when the bad guy's magic wasn't resurrecting him, as well as why the party wasn't helping him either. Finally, he got pissed at me and said I had it out for him and was being unfair. Was I being unfair? P.S. It was also my birthday.
And there it is. The cherry on top at the end.
God, these hurt to listen to. That one wasn't even that bad.
That one wasn't that bad, but it is something in tabletop games where you get the edge lords, if you will, people who want to play the troubled backstory, cloaked in shadow, samurai anime protagonist. I think Aiden's character is a good take on that. Aiden plays it very well and doesn't lean into, thankfully, the neckbeardy tropes, perhaps, that we're talking about there. But
I'm horny and need substance.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that.
Stuff like that. But it definitely is a thing in tabletop games where trying to join the bad guy, that's a very fine line that one can walk, and I think it can be done well. Any kind of story does well with a good heel turn, but when it comes out of nowhere and you can't read the cues that the person running the game is trying to put down, and then have the audacity to say, well, why am I not being resurrected?
See,
why is no one helping me?
That's the big thing. On the very real side of it, the cues. My number one pet peeve is people that can't pick up on social cues and social interactions. Yeah. And that's, I understand these games are very at a home or, they're together, but just when clearly somebody is not picking up on that, hey, we're having a good time here, let's just keep going with the story thing, and it just ruins everybody's day. You don't need to be super into it, but my God, you gotta read the room.
Yes,
for the love of God.
And I think Dungeons and Dragons attracts a lot of shall we say theater kids, or theater
Easy.
Adjacent kids.
I know what I am.
Like myself, I was in the pit orchestra, so I was in it. I was in it. I was thankfully never up on the stage, but boy, did I want to be. But the spotlight stealing is quite a big thing in tabletop, and the me mentality rears its ugly head.
That's funny because I was deciding between that one and a different one where the DM was the me because he would never let his PCs interact with each other and only talk as the non-playable character, so himself, and then he would get up and sing a song and do a 30-minute monologue every time, which is funny.
And
those are the people that wonder why they can't get a game together.
Right. And the other thing is, like we said, we've known each other for more than a decade at this point. At groups like that, we can supersede that kind of who's this random guy that came in and is now singing to the rest of my friends at the table? You know, like if Aiden does that, it's normal. We're all expecting that almost. But a new
we're
guy
all on
doing
board
it,
with that.
Exactly. But a new guy
yes.
doing that, it's just way different.
Even then, are we? Like, I don't know.
I think so.
I would be.
All right, Randall. Why don't you hit us with yours?
All right, mine's, I don't know, I think I picked a bad one, but we're going to go for it. So this one is from the perspective of the DM. She DM'd a group of people that she thought were
already,
already
bad.
It's already bad.
most of them are still her friends, but one of the players legitimately fills her with a rage and sadness that even to this day she can't even describe. I'll read the rest from her point of view so I don't have to do that. One of the players was your typical self-centered Mary Sue who wanted the whole campaign to be about him. He loved this character. He wrote a 5-page backstory and demanded that all players read it, and he would unironically tell the DM things like, this campaign is boring. Imagine if we decided to make this campaign about his backstory, which, involves a lich, and all they're doing right now is looking for some stupid war chief, blah, blah, blah. So you can imagine when his precious orc died, that after prematurely trying to confront the Hobgoblin war chief's mummy, despite the party warning him that this was not a normal mummy, he said he didn't care and just wanted to get this over with. He threw the typical tantrum when the mummy killed him. He accused the DM of having a DM versus party mentality, said that she was a bad DM, and then started getting more belligerent and threatened to kick her ass, and then escalated to death and SA threats. So her husband eventually stepped in from the other room, obviously heard the meltdown.
He's not even playing.
He's not.
Cuckold.
Started hearing the meltdown, came out, and no uncertain terms told him to leave the house before he regrets it. Nice. Orcs player then looked like he was ready to fight. I guarantee you this is not going to end how you think it's going to end. Just looked like he was ready to fight till the husband kind of gave him the F around and find out look. So he backed down and stormed out, but not before passing her lizard's tank. He was a baby, and he still lived in a tank, but her husband was in the process of turning the backyard into an enclosure for him when he got bigger. She loved that little lizard and spent hours with him every day. If you never dealt with a lizard like that, you may not understand, but they are just about the most dog-like reptiles out there. And it still pains me to this day, but that bastard, as he was leaving, violently shoved the tank to the ground, and then as my lizard tried to run, he stepped on him. She broke down immediately in hysteria, could not stop crying as the husband just violently grabbed the piece of shit and tossed him out of the house, as the rest of the party helped him, and all she could do was hold her dead little friend and cry. They called the
Come on, Randall.
They called the police, but they just basically told them to go to small claims court and get a restraining order. Police department,
claims court.
Yeah, police department is kind of shitty where they live, so unfortunately it was not a surprise. So there you go. That's if that's not a horror story just off of somebody trying to be a pick-me, then what else is there, you know?
I will never understand how it gets to that point.
Yeah, those are that person should be working with you.
I was just gonna say that's someone I would see at my work. That's that you were right. That went a completely different way than I would ever expect.
Not little Lizzie.
I was
lizard.
gonna say,
Yep.
when I was young, I had 2 geckos. Because I went through a really weird pet phase. I had a lot of weird pets. And I dropped the tank I knocked it over the whole thing. It crashed and they just disappeared, and we had cats at the time. And so my dad was like, hey, I'm sorry, little dude, but those geckos are fucking dead. Those cats, they ate the shit out of them. So I was all sad about it. And maybe a month or so later, I'm sitting on my computer typing, and what the fuck crawls up on my desk but one of the geckos missing an eye and its entire tail. So
fuck.
Sounds like Lizzie the Lizard was not as tough as my 2 little geckos back in the day, but
not
I also
quite.
did not have a nerd rage stepping on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and you know that guy was not thin.
Oh my god.
No, he was not. Well, wow.
Yep.
I went a much different direction with our RPG horror stories. Probably more so the direction that you might think of when you think of RPG horror stories, which is unrepressed kind of
sexual stuff,
sexual frustration,
no.
and things like that. So I just have maybe it'll actually fit since yours was a little long. I'll just do a couple of my short ones here. This is a screen grab from a Discord posted on the RPG Horror Stories subreddit by user Ardent Magpie.
Never good.
And
Thanks,
so I'll
Ardent
just kind
Magpie.
of read through this Discord log, and you guys can bleep out whatever you need to bleep out.
Oh no.
Okay. So and this is between a player and I believe the prospective DM. Okay. So for obvious taboos, I mean no or sexual assault themes, right? Rarely, but sometimes you might encounter that before it happens. So maybe you can stop it and save someone. It does exist, so it has to be there. But rarely. Can have love without hate / good without evil.
No.
But does it have to exist in the storyline? I get it. Evil exists, but is it necessary to have in the game? Some people have trauma, and seeing something portrayed inappropriately or offhandedly might be a bit much for D&D. That's why we need heroes to fight evil. It shouldn't be used as a story progression plot, in my opinion. Some people can't handle demons because of a past traumatic event. Can't remove everything.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm going to roll a Constitution saving throw for myself, and it's a honeypot.
Honeypot.
Yep.
Wow, good for you. That means you can handle this.
Yeah,
So
I guess.
that's something where obviously I don't think that really has at the end of the day, if it's you and your friends around a table, you do whatever weird fucking shit you want to do. But when you're doing this stuff, you got to have that talk with your players in a session 0. And
You said the first thing you said to us was no sex scenes.
yes.
0. And I
Fade to
said
black.
no kissy sound.
And I think I think most normal dungeon masters will usually take that route. I don't think many people want to do erotic role play with their friends. And if you do, if you're out there and you do, absolutely no.
I mean, I do, but whatever.
But there's a time and place, that's after this podcast and not during our D&D session. All right, let me move on to a Craigslist ad I found.
All right, this is good. Yeah, I like it already.
The title of the Craigslist post is "Beautiful Priestess Needed for D&D."
It's over. It's
Yeah,
over.
baby.
Hi, my group of friends, in parentheses, about 30-year-old men, have a multi-year Dungeons and Dragons adventure going. That's us, guys. This
That's
could
us.
be us.
Yeah, no, that's us.
I don't think we.
This
okay.
Sunday, let me finish.
I will.
This Sunday, there's a small scene where we encounter a beautiful... I'm sorry. Where we encounter a beautiful naked priestess, and I thought it would be fun to have an actor play the part. It would require you to be topless on our virtual Zoom, so obviously you'd have to be comfortable with that. Our session starts at 4 p.m. this Sunday. The one trick is, I don't know exactly when we will encounter this priestess, but it will be at some point between 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Ideally, you could be available in the time frame, and then I can text you the precise time to join the Zoom link. The actual scene won't be more than 5 minutes, so it won't be much time acting. I'll provide some guidance on the part beforehand. Feel free to reply with any questions. Also, if you could include a picture with your reply, that would be helpful. Thanks. Look at how red Randall is.
Dude, he's just asking for a titty pic.
He's looking
that's
for a
all.
cam show, right? If you want to, and hey, listen, if you are an OnlyFans content creator out there and you're looking for a tier reward,
Yep.
I'll be in your Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
Yep.
You'll probably make more money than you already do.
That is such a good Patreon person to be yes, I will show up in your Discord Zoom link for your
Good
fucking
Lord.
week, and I'll sit there tits out for 5 minutes and then I'm out.
And that's what? An easy couple K. Easy.
I mean, forget about it.
However, as a Craigslist ad, I think it loses a bit of its.
It said 30-year-old men. I don't know when that ad was posted, so they could be 60 for now, for all we know.
So that was you posting it theoretically, right? 'Cause it was
When,
That's for our next session.
I was
see
gonna
it.
say, yeah. Next Sunday when we play.
My God.
And then you don't even have to keep this one in. I just wanna bring this one up. This is just a tweet I found. The title is this is off the subreddit as well. Well, there's this from yesterday. I was just trying to D&D. WTF. And there's just a Facebook thing that says, if you're going to play in this group, the old timers are going to want to blow a few loads down your throat, my friend. Is that cool?
Huh?
That's all it says. That's all it says.
I remember when you first said that to me, actually. That was
Yeah, that's how I got you in the campaign.
That's how you got me in, yeah.
So long story short, I mean, that's when I think of RPG horror stories, my mind immediately goes to that really
Weird
uncomfortable, gross sex stuff, which just has no place in the game. When we're being serious about it. Very thankful that I get to flirt with Aiden in a very consensual way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't ever really get past that because I would start getting uncomfortable.
Pretty good at flirting with each other.
I mean, fuck, we've been flirting for a decade now, so
Yeah.
I would certainly hope that we would be.
We forget Randall came out recently.
Yeah, Randall's character came out.
Oh,
You're
right,
gonna-
his character. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
right. You do have to put
and-
that asterisk on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
I was very proud of him.
it is the same thing where it's just because we are friends, we can do more than this, and people just don't quite do that. And when they come in, or it's just people looking for random people online, it's just recipe for disaster and
Yes.
the end of story.
Yeah. And that's kind of nerd culture on the whole, the fantasy. And as fantasy becomes more mainstream, I think as it has for quite a few years now, probably a decade or so, I feel like it almost emboldens people like that. Who think like, oh, I'm not the only nerd, I'm not, and maybe this person who's also into nerdy stuff might be into the same weird ass shit that I am. Not the case.
Not the case.
Not the case usually.
Holy.
So yeah, if you're playing tabletop games out there, kids, just be safe.
Just be safe. Don't
Just
blow
be
loads down
safe.
anyone's throat.
Yeah, no, don't ask anyone to
Come
do
on.
that. Don't be
on.
posting Craigslist ads.
Yep. And at the end of the day, it's just a great excuse to sit around and talk with your friends and, do whatever. I would, if we were playing D&D or doing whatever, it's just fun. I'm glad I get to see you guys every 2 weeks, So
That's what we're doing now,
Absolutely.
right?
that's true. Now we're
Speaking
every
of
week.
what we're doing now, it's Trivia Tuesday.
Oh, it always is.
Andrew, don't know what kind of question you brought, but if you forgot this, you have to sign an NDA, Andrew,
Oh,
because this hasn't come out yet. I am on the board.
hey, really?
I am on the board.
Oh my god.
To be fair, the question was really not that much about Star Wars.
Aiden, I gotta be honest with you.
It's
there
bad.
were
I
a
don't-
couple. No, I mean there were the first couple. I was in your corner, and I thought that those are a little difficult. But I mean, the past couple weeks that I've listened to, my guy, I get it. Maybe I'll freeze up myself. I hope not, but.
Well, now we're doing multiple choice, and yeah, I just get so scared. I literally freeze. Like, my brain goes to mush.
You have the yips.
I am Simone Biles in the 2020 Olympics.
You have the Star Wars trivia yips.
I do. So I'm going to go ahead and ask my question first. How about that?
Sure.
This is a sports question. Who holds the record for the most three-pointers in an NBA game? Your choices: Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, James Harden, Ray Allen.
You want to count us down like we did before, Aiden?
Yeah, but
You
you have
ready?
to just say your answer.
Yeah, we'll say it when you say go. You ready, Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Steph Curry. Yep. I'm
Yeah.
on.
You both went Steph Curry. The chef
thought he
himself
broke a
saved the U.S. in the Olympics this year, but his splash brother, Klay Thompson,
Really?
holds the record for most three-pointers in an NBA game with 14.
Damn.
It was an absolute heater of a
I
game.
think it's because I'm used to Clay being not so good.
Now, but
Anymore,
game 6,
yeah.
Klay, I think this might have been the game where he dribbled a total of like 15 times.
And he just caught and shoot every time.
It was insane. It was one of the most insane things I've ever watched. But yeah, Klay was a shooter, man. Steph's just still good, and Klay is not.
I thought Curry broke that record recently or something like that, but guess not.
No.
Guess not. All right. Well, I guess I'll go next. We'll leave Andrew for last. And I did want to read, well, I'm not going to bring it up, but I did receive a message today, Aiden, that said, "Has Aiden ever seen Star Wars?" Crying face. So,
Come on.
so with
It's
that, I'm going to kind of go off a little bit and kind of
Not in a long fucking time, man.
So,
fetch the droids.
You guys are some funny guys here, so we're going to go with that kind of theme for this question. The question is, which of the following comedy actors has not voiced a droid in the Star Wars movies?
It's
Is
over.
is it A, Bill Hader, B, Alan Tudyk, C, Nick Kroll, or D, Ben Schwartz? I have some reminders on with their roles if you would like on any of them, as far as other
Bill
movies.
Hader definitely. Okay, wait.
If you want.
We are competing, so I will not fill the airspace, but I am ready. It was Alan Tudyk and then Nick Kroll.
Bill Hader, Alan Tudyk, Nick Kroll, and Ben Schwartz.
Okay, I believe I'm ready.
Okay. I'm ready as well.
3, 2, 1, go.
Nick Kroll.
C. Nick Kroll.
That is correct for both of you. Very nice.
Yes!
Very good job.
That guy has a voice I feel like I could pick out of just anywhere.
Well, speaking of, can you pick out the other three? Any ideas?
I don't remember who they are. I know Bill Hader and Ben Schwartz very specifically talking about it.
Yes.
Alan Tudyk, I don't, but I knew I would have known if Nick Kroll
Yes.
did.
So Bill Hader and Ben Schwartz together created the beeps and noises for BB-8 in the sequel trilogy.
That's fine.
Okay,
Ben Schwartz was BB-8.
Yes, Ben
yes.
Schwartz, I
Yes.
did know that one. I did not know that Bill Hader was
The other part of BB-8
mixed in there.
Yes, and Alan Tudyk, he voiced and portrayed K2SO, the reprogrammed Imperial droid in Rogue One, alongside of Diego Luna as Cassian, the main guy. You know, he was like a big part of the movie.
Yeah.
He was a big part of the movie.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, that's it for that. There you go. There's another
Hey,
point
good job,
for you.
Aiden.
Listen, I know that's 2 for 2 on
I think we
multiple
call that a
choice.
streak.
That's a streak.
Heating up.
And both
Heating up.
questions were like not really Star Wars related, so
Well,
that's, but
call it a layup. How about that?
yeah, I gave you love. That's 2 to 2 now, Randall.
That's true. We're back on it.
That is 2 to 2.
But
that is 2 to 2.
let's see how we're gonna do against this question. This is the one I'm worried about.
Fuck, I
Yep.
forgot what
All right. So, is this going in the official count?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get a point if we get it right.
Excellent, excellent. Well, as you guys know, I love video games, and specifically, I love completing video games, 100%, and getting all of the achievements or trophies in those games. So I thought I'd bring a trivia question with me that reflected one of my favorite hobbies. And according to the trophy tracking site PSN Profiles, which of these platinum trophies has the highest unlock percentage at 41.99%?
The platinum is when you do all of the achievements.
You
right?
get all the other trophies, correct?
Gotcha.
Yeah, you've completed it.
So the most likely to do it. Got it. Yeah, on the
Correct.
same page.
A, Marvel's Spider-Man. B, My Friend Peppa Pig.
Oh no.
C, God of War. Or D, Astro's Playroom. Context, Astro's Playroom is the freeware game that gets installed on everybody's PlayStation 5. It just comes with the PS5.
Rip them off again real quick.
Marvel's Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
My Friend Peppa Pig, God of War, or Astro's Playroom.
I'm ready.
All right, you ready?
Are you ready? Yeah.
I think
3, 2, 1.
God of
Peppa
War.
Pig. Just in
You
case.
are both incorrect.
Damn.
The correct answer was A, Marvel's Spider-Man.
Really? Wow. I would have not guessed that ever.
I was guessing one of the 2 most favorite games ever because everyone
Yeah.
that played it probably wanted to finish it.
I just figured that it
I
had one of
knew-
those
I-
like all like 1,000 collectibles or something like that.
I was hoping Peppa Pig would
It did. It got me.
would trip one of you up.
Yeah,
Marvel
Randall's dumbass.
Spider-Man,
Just in case, you know?
released, Marvel Spider-Man released with the PS4, and they made a bundle with the PlayStation 4, like the slim version of it, and Marvel
Right.
Spider-Man, and released it on a Black Friday deal. And there was blood in the streets trying to get those PlayStations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
On
lot.
PlayStation. That's almost half the people
Who
that
played that game.
game.
Okay.
All right.
Well, shit.
Damn, you made out today, Aiden. God, you're
I
doing good.
did pretty fucking good. Yeah, I'm on my game today, baby. And that leaves us to our last segment. You asked, We're running low on time, so we're just gonna rip through a couple of Hunter Moss's questions.
Oh boy,
I believe this might be first time, long time friend of the program,
friend of the show.
friend of the show. So first question: how many cats is too many? What about dogs? What about hedgehogs?
I think any amount of
3.
cats is too many. Me personally.
I'm right there with you. I think
Okay,
3
fair.
of anything is too many.
3 of anything.
I think,
Children, anything.
I think if you have one, you should eventually have another
Yes.
to keep the other one company, whatever you're talking about. But that being said, as a owner of a new doggo, couldn't imagine it. Could not imagine having another one at the moment.
Well, once he
Yeah.
gets easier, then he'll need a friend.
Yeah, that's what they say about kids too, and then it's like, oh no. But I'm with you there, Aiden. 3.
Yeah, 3 of anything.
Except for hedgehogs. I mean, you could have like fucking 10 of those, I guess.
Yeah, they'll be okay.
Who fucking cares?
But cats, I feel like they just do whatever they want. So you can have as many as you want, or as little as you want, or none, and be,
But then there's a stigma with cats, and then you become the cat lady, and some people, not naming names,
Not me.
maybe want that.
Some could. I have a list of a couple here. Just hear me out. 1, thoughts on zoos. Favorite animal. Best zoo you've been to. Can you say you visited a city without having been to the zoo? And are aquariums just wet zoos? What if the aquarium is inside the zoo?
Oh my god. All right.
I was going to ask you if these all came from the same person, and the answer is obviously yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
loves the zoos. So favorite animal.
Just talk zoos. Just
I forget what the
soliloquy on
questions are.
zoos.
So real quick, favorite animal, the elephant, always been my favorite. San Diego Zoo, best zoo I've ever been to. Probably the best zoo in America, if I'm being honest. And yes, you can go to a city without having gone to the zoo. There are many good.
Well,
things in
how
the city.
many zoos have you been to?
I would say over 20.
Wow, really?
No, certainly that's not true.
No, I think so. I mean, I've been to a lot of zoos. So
Have you
whenever
been
I
to
would
that many
travel,
cities?
yeah, I mean, us alone, we've been to like how many cities? But growing up and traveling, we'd always go. We literally traveled. When we were going to go to Arizona, we went to California just to go to the San Diego Zoo. My family was a zoo family, so still are.
That one is very famous. You want to smash cut too, Bigby?
You want to smash cut, Big B? I'm gonna just pour myself a little
Smash
glass of whiskey
Big B?
while we're
He ran away. Sorry.
Goodbye, Big B. All right, your turn to talk about zoos.
Where were we on zoos?
I can only speak with authority on one zoo. That is the Washington, D.C. Zoo, America Zoo, the National Zoo. It's okay. It's okay. The big draw of that zoo is the pandas. The American government has some deal with the Chinese government, and they have pandas there, but then the pandas went away. And they had this big farewell, bon voyage ceremony for these pandas. There's this huge era of DC culture going back to China. And then there's going to be new pandas next week or something.
Yes, they're
What's
coming
that
back.
one
They're coming
famous panda?
Xiao Pei.
No, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm glad they're coming back. Pandas are cool. What's the one animal that would, if you removed it, make a zoo a 2 out of 10, but if you added it, that animal would make it an 8 out of 10?
Giraffes.
Giraffes are good. Anything big, but also a red panda. Red pandas are a big ticket item for a lot of people.
They have that at the DC Zoo. It's very cute.
Aiden?
Yeah, I don't know. I like the big cats. Tigers, lions, whatever. It's absolutely horrible that they're kept in those cages. Hunter will probably be like, they're actually taken care of. Whatever.
It's humane.
I'm playing both fucking sides here. I'm playing both sides. I keep
Always come out on top.
Last question before we close out, because this has been lovely and I think we all deserve it. What is your favorite drink at a bar?
I will say the drink that I enjoyed the most, and I would always order if it was there, was a good old-fashioned Sam Adams cherry wheat with a cherry at the bottom. I'll hit that every single time. Every
Fagan's
single time.
classic.
Yep.
I was gonna say how common is that though? How many?
It's not.
places-
Not common.
But
it's just
if
Fagan's.
But
with the cherry in there.
Well, I'll bring my own cherries if I have to. But if it's on the
You're a
menu,
fucking sicko.
I'm gonna order. That's it. Just because it is rare too, but it's always gonna hit. So that's my answer.
I actually very recently came to a revelation about this, and I've decided to just stop lying to myself. And the answer is a margarita.
Yeah, dude.
Just a marg, man, with
Yeah.
a salt rim. Give me a lime, and I'm there all day. I'm not a tequila person by any means, but fuck me up with a margarita, man. And I always used to say whiskey sour or whiskey ginger just to try and embody the whiskey vibes. But now that I'm older, I just drink whiskey on the rocks. If I'm at a bar, hit me with that margarita, brother.
Pretty good.
I think I'm right on board with you. I do like if it's a really nice jaunt establishment, like an old fashioned or something with whiskey. But we're going out. I could have 17 margaritas,
God.
I mean, fuck, man. Talk about, yeah, whatever.
Were you gonna make a tequila joke, or was that?
I was gonna make the joke like, have you seen the memes where girls will post like, oh, went to brunch, had some mimosas, came home, and like was crazy horny or whatever?
Yeah. That's you.
Yeah. Well,
Do you remember that
With a couple
time?
margs.
I don't know, a few margaritas.
I remember when we went down to DC and went to brunch while Andrew was waiting on us, and
Yes.
Look, I can confidently say I've seen you annoyed with me many times in my life, Andrew, but that day I think is up there. Maybe you were just doing your job, but
That was when I had literally just been promoted to waiter. And you guys came like the week after, and I didn't even have my waiter uniform. I was still wearing a polo shirt, and my asshole friends showed up, and they heard 25-cent drinks, and the entire Serbian staff was just looking out the side of their eyes like typical Americans.
yep.
It was good, man.
I hope it got
I miss
easier.
those days. Yeah. I
shit.
wish we could all go back to 22 and poor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep. The good old days.
life moves on, and sometimes we just got to have a little Costco chicken bake along the way.
Amen.
Boom, 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 boom. That's
That is
5 booms.
5 fucking booms,
5
ladies and
booms
gentlemen.
for this episode. That's it. That's it for us. I had so much goddamn fun. Andrew, thank you for joining us and being our first guest ever.
Yeah.
Who else could it be? Honestly, it had to be.
But it was a pleasure. Thank you guys really for having me. It was a lot of fun to be a part of something that obviously brings you guys a lot of joy. So
And you bring us joy, and that's why we had you here.
Yes, sir.
Now for the CTA. Don't forget, follow us on Instagram, TikTok @whoasked. Send your questions to pod.whoasked@gmail.com. Randall, do you have anything to plug?
No.
Get a hobby. Thanks, everyone. That's it for us. See you next time.
so long,
Thanks.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.